Twitch is going to war. And no, I don't mean they're doing something about the inconsistent ban policy or the scam streams or people looping VODs with drops to get views. No, Twitch has found a far more important enemy to tackle. Twitch is going to war against simps. Alright, so normally this is the part of the video where I would tell you guys to, sub to the channel, and you should definitely still do that if you haven't already. But I also wanted to let you know that we are now streaming on Twitch. You can head over to twitch.tv/theScore esports, throw us a follow, soon you'll be able to sub to us, and I don't know, maybe simp for the channel or something. Okay, so over the last couple of weeks, Twitch has gone to work, deleting a lot of streamers' emotes that include or mention the word simp.
Fed simp was removed from my emotes for targeted harassment and bullying. Very unfortunate, one of my favorite emotes, but my community never used it with ill intent. It was mostly banter.
A few streamers have already been hit by this, and many people who are submitting simp-themed emotes are getting those emotes rejected. Twitch is saying that these emotes fall under the disallowed content section of their terms of service because they include targeted harassment or bullying. So this is all obviously kind of weird. Kotaku's Nathan Grayson, who reported on this story a few weeks ago, spoke to several Twitch streamers who had their emotes either removed or rejected, and they all pretty much said the same thing. Those emotes were harmless. So if they're harmless, why is Twitch banning these emotes? Why is Twitch going in on simps? Well, the word simp has a long and complicated history. You've definitely seen it crop up online more and more over the last few months, and at this point, it's escaped the internet entirely. Simp has its roots in African American vernacular English, where it kind of means what it means on the internet today. Sort of. Basically, simp was used to call out men who spent a lot of time and money on women who didn't want them and never would, and it was common enough that it was even used in a 3 6 Mafia song.
Working the wheel, a pimp, not a simp.
And yes, that is literally the only lyric of that song we can play on YouTube without getting demonetized. Anyways, a couple of decades passed, and eventually, simp kind of took on a different meaning. At some point over the last couple of years, incels decided to take the word simp and apply it to anyone who was ever nice to any woman ever. So basically like how everyone is a white knight to these guys. But you shouldn't feel bad for using the word simp just because of one fucked up chapter in the word's history. At this point, it's just a meme. It's funny to call yourself a simp for having like a favorite anime character. People are simps for their girlfriends now. The word is harmless and honestly, pretty funny. Except that there are still some people out there who want to use it as an insult. Look, I'm personally not a huge fan of using the word simp as an insult. I think trying to imply that men who are nice to women are somehow bad is kind of ridiculous. But the fact that I just said all that means the entire comment section will be calling me a simp. So there's no winning. The meme is too powerful. So all that said, it does kind of make sense why Twitch is against simps, I guess. The word does have a fucked up history and it can be used as an insult, even if most of the emotes that Twitch is removing or rejecting are harmless and just part of the meme. But the issue here isn't that Twitch is banning some harmless emotes. The issue is that Twitch has way bigger things to deal with right now, and they're spending their time on harmless emotes. Over the last few months, Twitch has come under fire for a completely inconsistent banning policy that has seen some of their biggest names get away with things that smaller streamers would be permabanned for, and targeted harassment in chat that has gotten completely out of control. And a big reason of why Twitch's rules are so easily bent is that they're insanely ambiguous. Something can be against the rules as they're written, but when a streamer gets away with doing it, is it really against the rules? A few weeks ago, Alinity had a wardrobe malfunction on her stream. Twitch didn't do something immediately, so she basically suspended herself, taking 3 days off streaming. Then the next day, Twitch actually suspended her themselves. Was it because she actually did something wrong? Was it because people were complaining too much? Was it because the case just got too big to ignore? We'll never know. The rules just aren't hard and fast. Personally, I think it's because all Twitch can do is react. Bannable stuff happens on their platform every single day, but they just can't notice everything. So if enough people complain about something, that's what's going to spur them into action. And this kind of stuff isn't just happening now, it's been happening for a long time. Last year, we did a video about 2 streamers who got banned for something that happened years before. Now, Twitch has just launched a safety advisory council to help mitigate some of the issues they've been having with inconsistent moderation. But while I think that's a good idea, the issue is that Twitch is still making the calls here. For all of Twitch's talk about listening to their community, having these voices on their council, and even listening to streamers who are just talking about things on their own stream, those people aren't the ones making decisions about who should be banned, what should be allowed on stream. Twitch is doing that. Twitch makes every single decision. And right now, when things are at their most ambiguous, their messiest, Twitch chose to go to war against the Simps. That's classic Devin. It's actually weird. Every time you look at Devin, I see him in sepia tone.
Well, you don't even understand that fucking... I'm not even getting it.
Devin wasn't actually in full color until he was 18.
Yeah, there you go.
He was black and white before then.